Ashwagandha versus Tongkat Ali. Hey, I'm Logan Christopher from Lost Empire Herbs, and today I'm here to talk about Ashwagandha versus Tongkat Ali. These are two of our most popular supplements, two very important hormone-supporting herbs that are out there. So I need you to understand that half of what I'm talking about here applies to any ashwagandha, any Tongkat Ali out there, and probably about half of it applies just to the products we sell at Lost Empire Herbs. Both of these are good at supporting the hormones, but the word hormone is a generalization. There's some hundreds of different hormones in the human body. So which hormones are we talking about? Tongkat Ali is really strong in the sex hormone department. So for guys, that's testosterone. For women, you're looking at progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, and really both men and women have all of these herbs. And there's a whole bunch of other ones at play as well. DHT, Androstenedione, a lot of different herbs there, as well as different forms of estrogen. So anyway, the Tongkat Ali is really helpful for supporting the body's own supply of testosterone, kind of upregulating things so that it seems to help increase your own production of it. And not only that, but keeping it freely available. It may have some action. Some of the scientific study is showing that it may be helping to limit sex hormone binding globulin, limit aromatization, which is the conversion of testosterone into estrogen. So Tongkat Ali is really helping in the sex hormone department like this, and of course, along with that, the name implies it's helping in the sexual department, helping you to have healthy sexual function. And that is why Tongkat Ali is one of our most popular herbs. Now, ashwagandha. Ashwagandha kind of works across multiple hormonal systems. That's one way I like to look at it. It does seem to help in the sex hormone department to some degree. Some of the research out there showing that it helps support testosterone, increasing that even in healthy volunteers. But really where ashwagandha shines, where I kind of focus and think about it working, is that it is helping with stress. It really helps people to be able to handle stress better. In that way, it is an adaptogen. It is classed as one of those, but works kind of differently than many of the other adaptogens out there. While many of the adaptogens, such as rhodiola, can be stimulating, in fact, too stimulating for some people, ashwagandha is more of a relaxing adaptogen, and this can be very useful to have because many people, if you're just getting more energy from adaptogens and driving harder and harder, you can end up driving yourself to burnout. The adaptogens will help with that, but they can also just free up energy so that you can push yourself even further. The ashwagandha, in contrast, seems to really help allowing your body to relax more so that, as Jeff, the farmer that grows our ashwagandha, like to say, relax into strength. Ashwagandha seems to really help with lowering cortisol, the chief stress hormone in the body. And by lowering cortisol, because cortisol and testosterone have an inverse relationship, cortisol too high, testosterone goes too low, and vice versa. If we can lower cortisol, often then we'll see testosterone goes up, and that is really how this one is working. So they have different mechanisms by which they may help increase testosterone. But once again, that's just some of what ashwagandha does. Many people find it helps them to have deep restorative sleep, and of course this could lower cortisol. This could allow a lot of hormonal action in the body to help regulate itself much better. Ashwagandha even seems to be helping with the thyroid hormone system, especially hypothyroid. People having issues with that, ashwagandha seems to help. So ashwagandha is more of a systemic function across the whole human body. It can be a great one to be on long term, and really from what I've gathered, very few people seem to have any sort of negative reactions to ashwagandha. Tongkat Ali, especially our 100-to-1 extract that we have, is a bit more potent. It's not appropriate for everyone. And women can use it, usually at a smaller dose. It's going to work well at that, but even then it may be too powerful. Even me personally, like I've experimented with Tongkat many times before, but I don't find it's one I want to take actively. It's a bit too strong of a hormonal action. It's something I do not need in my life right now, but I do take ashwagandha regularly. I feel that it's more of a yin supporting herb while having that yangness to it, so it's a really great herb. So that's a little bit about ashwagandha versus Tongkat Ali. Couple other details. Our Tongkat Ali we have in a powdered version as well as the capsules. It being extremely bitter and potent. The taste of it is stronger than many people can handle, so we do have the capsules Although I do like people to enjoy the taste of the herbs, the ashwagandha is in a tincture. That's one other reason I like to take this and do often. Tincture's super easy to travel with, super convenient to just squirt in your mouth anytime you want to take it. This also, our ashwagandha comes from around the Portland, Oregon area. It's some of the only ashwagandha farmed commercially in the US. It's biodynamically prepared and spagyrically prepared, so this is a ashwagandha tincture I'd put up against anything else there on the market. As for price comparison, our Tongkat Ali, whether powder or capsules, is going to be coming at $39.99 and ashwagandha at $34.99. So approximately the same price, close in price. So I would say experiment with both. Find what works for you. Ultimately, only what works for you is going to be the answer for what is better for what you're going for, your body, all your needs, and all that. A lot more information on these two herbs, as well as our plethora of other herbs over at lostempireherbs.com. So be sure to head over there and check it out if you're not watching this video on our site already.